Yo, what up, YouTube? Okay, this is my farewell video, on the whole topic of these media, Nightline, ABC, whatever you want to call it, specials about black male and female relationships. Quite frankly, I'm tired. I've read a couple of articles, by black women talking about this whole issue. Some of them had good points, but I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? Okay, this has been years in the making. Like, what did you think was going to happen after some time? Y'all didn't have a problem with it before, but all of a sudden, now that it's gaining some more popularity, people want to come out of the woodwork. Okay, the second that it was completely on some, black men aren't on point, they're in jail, this, that, and the third. As long as it was a black male bashing sort of affair, y'all were cool with it because it promoted the whole idea that you're just the shit. But now that the media is doing what it does best, turning the tables, building somebody up in order to tear them down, now you're bitching and complaining. Okay, this is nothing new. This has been going on. Okay, there's always been these talk shows and these, like I said, they weren't as mainstream, but they've always been there. Okay, it's always been a hot topic. But once again, no one had a problem with it until now that the tables are slightly turning. Okay, we don't want this attention. But we do want the attention, but we don't want it to look like this. Right? So, spare me the bullshit. Secondly, the spirit of perfection annoys me. Okay? It really does, to the point where I get annoyed and upset. Does your money make you physically attractive? Does your money put you in a position where you're living morally or spiritually correct? Does it? Right? Does it make you right with God or whatever creed or standards you follow? Right? And what is successful? We all talk about what it means to be successful as a man. Okay? When we talk about success, it's usually the men who are making close to, or they're making above 100K a year. But what is successful? Right? How many women are, these high-paying women, or how many are the women who are making 38 to 50,000 a year? Okay, not even after taxes, who are doing okay. You can afford to pay your rent, or you could afford to, pay your mortgage on your condo, and you're driving a car that's a little bit out of your price range. As opposed to these super-duper Michelle Obama achieving black women. It's getting ridiculous. The fact remains that, yes, there are some of y'all who aren't getting chosen because we're in jail and all the other good stuff. But what about the ones, the black men who are actually on point? What's going on? Don't sit up here and act like it's only a matter of we just need to meet each other. The second he meets me, I'm so on point, I'm so gorgeous, I'm so successful that it's supposed to happen. Some of y'all are single because you're not being chosen because you're not on point. This isn't a debate. What upsets me, it's not a debate. There will always be a shortage of successful men in any culture. I've been saying this since I first came on. Why? Because the women don't have to be as successful. So the 30-year-old professional woman who thinks that she's entitled to the best and brightest of men, for whatever reason, not sure why, is competing with the chick who's the 20-year-old and she's a waitress going to school part-time. Or she's competing with the 24-year-old who may not be as professional, but she can cook some macaroni. That's who you're competing with. It is what it is. Female attraction has little to do with how much she makes. A woman's not going to walk into the room and say, I'm a six-figure woman, or I work for this company, and a dude's going to get turned on. Doesn't work that way. Okay, it is what it is. It's not a debate. You're not going to sit here and tell me, oh, well, it needs to be this way, yada, yada, yada. No. Yeah, a dude could walk into the room and say, I'm a doctor, and some chicks are going to be turned on by that. Because it seemed to be powerful. He seemed to be as a protector and a provider. That's just the way it is. But it's not a debate. This holds true for every culture. No one is saying that as men, we don't value women who are educated. No. But at the end of the day, we take what you do in terms of your education and your career. Obviously, we want our daughters to be smart and educated. Okay? If mom's not educated, we're going to have a big problem in terms of, trying to get our daughter to go to college. I want the wife to say, sweetie, I went to school, I went to college, I'm professional. Your ass better do the same thing. Right? But at the end of the day, we still value age and beauty. Go ahead, go look at different cultures. You don't know how many times I'll see the older Asian man with the younger Asian woman who is in school or who in a couple of years will be just as professional as the man. But he values the whole idea of age and beauty. White men are, known for doing this. But once again, y'all want to act like that's what y'all need to do. The same men who coined the whole idea, we want our women to be young and beautiful because we're so successful. That's your option. That's your new plan B. When out of all the groups of men, in terms of now and historically, the modern black man is the most lenient. The most lenient of all groups I've ever seen in terms of what we accept. You got women who, you got a degree, okay, great, but you're close to 40, multiple kids, but you assume that your degree is supposed to wipe away everything. And y'all have this spirit of ignorance. That's why y'all being exploited. That's why you guys are being attacked. They're laughing at you. They're laughing at you. They're laughing at the fact that y'all want to act like you're 30 and the party just begins. Whereas if you're a 30-year-old white chick or whoever, okay, and you're single and married and you're professional, you're trying to hold on to anything. I made this point before. Yeah, let a 23-year-old Asian girl come home with a black man. The parents are ready to die. Oh my gosh, what is she doing? She's in her prime. How come she can't get the best and brightest of her own race? Or go off and get a white dude? But let her turn 30, still single. Her friends and family, in terms of non-immediate, kicked her out because they don't want any single women around, these married men. Let her show up with a black dude who's also professional. And let's pay for the whole wedding. Right? It's a death sentence for her to be 30 and her to be single. And, no man wants that. But you have the women who act like the party's just beginning. You can't tell me what I'm going to like. It's not a debate. That's the problem. This isn't a debate. I understand that the numbers are against you. But you still have to factor in that there are successful black men out there. And for the most part, a lot of them aren't choosing you. You can't talk about how successful you are, okay, and not understand that it takes time to be successful. You can't yourself want to be established and act like that's going to serve you in the same capacity that it serves a man, because it's not. It's flat out not going to. I just get so upset because y'all bitching, complaining about something you opened the door to. And it's funny because who controls the media? It's, I've read I put the links up to the 2 articles that I read that I'm talking about. Now y'all want to be critical. Right? Oh, it's unfair. What are they doing? They're trying to poke fun. And who's behind this? Oh, the white power structure. But y'all gonna come on and say white men are dating options. They've seen what they're saying. They're exploiting it. They're making fun of you. Like I said before, what pisses me off about this whole debate and this whole conversation is that people want to be stupid about it. Like, if we're talking about any other issue, everybody wants to put on their thinking caps and think, cognitively, and really are solution oriented in terms of what we need to do. And we know who our enemies are, and we know who our allies are. But when it comes to this whole dating relationship thing, y'all want to become stupid. Okay, and negate certain things, and you want to solve a problem, but at the same time you want to promote yourself. That's the issue. You're trying to promote yourself. All these articles and all these events and specials, there's a spirit of perfection on your side that is hurting. Right? I don't know how much longer I could talk about this issue because it's really annoying. Y'all open up the door, now you're upset. Because the same, white power structure that, quote unquote, has accepted you is now using you to make money because they're exploiting your ignorance. It's not a debate. You're not going to tell a successful man what he wants.